Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out, the podcast plays the expanse beyond the ring from Green Ronin Publishing. I am the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box. That's where we play tabletop role-playing games for you and your friends to watch and enjoy. In fact, why don't you invite your enemies to enjoy our content as well? Maybe it's something you guys can build a bridge on and agree on. Maybe you all love Fresh Out the Box, so go ahead and share all of our socials, share all of our stuff, and tell your friends that they can go to greenronin.com, go to the store. You can use Fresh Out the Box, one word, all caps. You can save yourself some money and support our channel because we are Green Ronin affiliates. I'm going to be playing Elroy Cormax in this season finale.
Hey, and since it's our last episode, I gotta try and do a radio voice too. This is Captain Tremaine, and then I'll be playing Alyssa Lovely. So I'm gonna try and get her killed or maimed this session. I hope you have a great time because we're really gonna pump it.
Killed or maimed. Killed or maimed.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, variety video game and tabletop roleplay game Twitch streamer. And I am reprising my role as Kayleen Hara, the athlete who's totally a spy. In case that wasn't made clear in previous episodes.
We got our
What? I thought you were sending letters home to your parents. I've been befuddled.
I was so subtle. No one could have caught it.
We got our first game master power up of the session. I believe.
So I get for breaking the kayfabe.
Oh no, does that mean Vamp is here already?
Vamp is here already.
Yeah, it's been here.
Vamp has subscribed for 50 months. That's a
Wow,
long
thank you,
time.
Vamp. We've been doing this over 4 years. Wow, I thought we were doing it for 4 years. It's almost 5?
Almost 5, huh?
October will be 5 years. Wow.
Holy moly!
Wow.
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 No wonder we have so many zeros in the bank. Everything's starting to make sense.
Yeah, dude. We're fucking
That was
making
1
shit.
0. A single
Nothing
zero.
but zeros.
Yeah, just zeros. 0.00. It's 3 zeros.
So we're gonna be starting with a churn of 17. It looks like with this.
Yeah, we can get that up to 30 tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
We'll do a bit of a recap. Kind of over the whole game. This is the last episode. We're doing a little 10 shot here. But I won't get too bogged down with the details. So you guys are a part of an expedition team in the town of Aurora, on this planet that is through the ring beyond the solar system. This is an unexplored system. You guys have been tasked with more or less settling on this planet and doing various explorations. All of you have different jobs. We have a scientist, an explorer, and a scavenger. And the three of you have been investigating builder ruins all over the surface of this planet for the whole time, pretty much. You've discovered a lot of the secrets, a lot of what they do. There's a lot of terrain control and strange technology on this planet that doesn't exist anywhere else. This has brought you... Oh no, is my voice too low? Here, let me... How's this? Am I getting louder? Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
I mean, I can hear you fine, but I'm through the Discord, so maybe it's on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm not sure. My mic was being weird yesterday, too, when I was podcasting. But, okay. Is that any better, Vamp? Let me know. But, yeah. So you guys have been investigating these builder ruins, and it has kind of culminated in finding the central site. Finding all the necessary prerequisites to open up the tomb beyond. And last episode, you guys were descending into this mysterious core of the planet, essentially, that you've been building towards pretty much the whole time. It is the three of you, and I believe you have 2 goobers with you, Jill and Ruben.
And I'm wearing an exoskeleton.
You're wearing an exoskeleton that is like a stripped down, essentially, version of a Martian. suit that you built yourself. On top of that, you are fresh off of interacting with a builder artificial intelligence, which is usually a pretty notable thing. I'll remind you that in the past, the floors have attacked you, the walls have fought back, stuff like that. Just, don't forget these things because it could all be very important coming up. But yes, you descend down, you open up this great tomb style door, like an ancient pyramid pharaoh sarcophagus room. Slides open, and beyond are great stairs that sort of wind and hang in the air above nothing. And that's where we left off. You guys descending down into the mysterious core.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mostly,
I believe we have a drone that's ahead of us a tiny bit.
you do have
Like one of the little crawly ones.
the crawly ones. Yeah, you have a little spider drone leading the way. What else are you guys doing? Essentially, you're gonna get towards the bottom here, but before that, is there anything you would like to say or do?
We got med packs with us, right? We got weapons. We got ammo.
Yeah.
Yep, I got my rifle.
We got goons.
Drones, we supplied up. We got everything before we came down here.
Just a
All
matter of going
fortunes full.
slow and careful. Nothing to rush. Because this place does not like things going fast.
Can we confirm what level we're at right now?
4.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Me too.
Are you at 3? You're at 3 right now, huh? Yeah.
No, I got
didn't-
it. We're gonna get.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Fine.
Yeah, you guys did level up at the end of last episode, but
Yeah.
so feel free to do that while we're playing. But
Got it.
I actually got my first level of agents this level, so now he's actually I can actually
be useful.
get away with lying a bit
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Page 45 on the main manual for the level up stuff.
But yeah, so you guys all send
Thank you.
deeper and deeper. You go down a good. You had to guess like 10 stories.
Yes.
It's very dark outside of the stairwell. Somehow the stairwell is mostly lit, but when you look over the edge, it's very dark. But when you get towards the bottom, the floor comes up pretty quick. It is very smooth, very, very smooth. Pristine floor. Leads to a small hallway that goes down a bit, not very far, to a rather large archway. Probably 2 stories tall, this archway, but it just leads into a greater room down here. But there's no door. It's not closed. And you can see a little bit beyond. There's something in the middle of this room, some sort of stone structure. Other than that, you don't see anything from where you are. What you doing?
I'd like to scan with my advanced hand terminal, which should give me a bonus on the scanning and I get a bonus on alien check as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Make that scanny check.
What kind of roll you want?
What are you trying to discern exactly?
How about perception searching? I'm just looking for anything interesting.
Okay, yeah, that works. What did you get?
I got 11, 3 stump points.
11's okay. Well, I mean, it is good enough for you to see something and get to use those stunt points, so that does count as a pass. For our purposes. I'll say so. You see, yeah, the things you notice, the walls, everything completely smooth. Um, you notice a lack of traction. It's a little slick. Um, the structure in the middle is kind of ornate. It seems ornamental in some way, but from where you are, you don't see much else. But saying that, it does look clear, essentially. You don't see any, like, blow dart holes or anything like that in the wall.
All right, cool. Can I use aha, the investigation stunt, 3 points?
Of course you can. Of
All
course you
right.
can.
Sure you can.
Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me.
Oh, okay.
Whoops, I have a website up wrong. Let me fix it real quick here.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a professional. I suck.
Wow.
I'll kill myself later. It's okay.
No, don't do that.
Step back from the ledge.
Get back from the dead, my friend. Um. Yes. Okay, I fixed it. And what were you saying, Greg? Yeah. Aha. That's
Aha. Yeah.
right. Let me read what it does,
Ah.
and then I'll let you know what happens. Aha! The GM reveals additional useful fact about the object of your tests. Gain +1 per SP spent on the follow-up test. Okay, yeah, that works. Pretty easy one. Did you spend all 3 points on that?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Yeah. So you've seen this telltale smoothness to the walls and ceiling and floor. It definitely tells you that this is more of that same smart ground kind of stuff. It's the only way that you'd be able to get something to stay this pristine for this long. So it is alive, essentially. You're surrounded by this active stuff. It doesn't seem like you're triggering anything by walking on it. You're not sure if it's speed set or if there's something else that triggers it, but you are technically in the danger zone.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. We had to keep calm thoughts while we're moving around because I remember the guardian at the tomb entrance was touchy about that.
Yeah.
If the ground's feeling kind of slick, I'm gonna try to activate the magnetics in my boots to see if I can get better purchase on the ground to kind of lower, if it's possible. Because maybe the stuff on the floor doesn't react to magnetics, or it's not magnetic.
You'll activate your boots. It does not latch on anything. No
All right,
matter
everyone,
where.
watch your feet.
What do the five of you want to do now? Are you gonna continue on, or do you want to try anything?
We send a drone ahead.
You can.
Let's do that, the crawler.
The little spider drone will clickety clack inside the room. It'll pass through the archway, and it'll start looking around for you. The structure in the middle, it's a big stone pillar. It doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. It only goes about as tall as a person. It looks like it's made out of interlocking bricks. The way that they interlock is very like ornate. Seems ornamental. It's marked with all kinds of symbols. It almost looks like a giant like pot of some kind. But it doesn't seem like it would hold liquid, so that's probably not what it is. In this room, other than the central feature, there are there's no other doors or anything in here. There's nowhere else to go. This is essentially the end of the line down here. But there is a sort of figure sticking out of the wall on the far end. Looks to be bipedal of some nature, a vague shape of a human. But other than that, there's not much else to this room.
Can I wave to it?
With the drone? Yeah.
Me? Can it see me?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you can walk over there, wave at it. Nothing happens.
Yeah, it's not controlling this door. It doesn't care.
Something was sealed down here with all that. I mean, you have a massive gap, massive door, guardian added. And all you have is that and whatever facsimile of a creature that is. What's this room even for?
So, if we can do a quick aside, if you guys don't mind, like, what's your character goals that we need to accomplish by the end of this? I think Alyssa Lovelace is already, like, gonna get it just being in this room, but you guys need anything?
My character's doing what he's doing. He's trying to get trying to get as much information as possible and try not to get you killed.
I figured.
Because this is my retirement. This place is my retirement, but I'm also being paid to work here. But
This place
if I can get a huge jump on them, then I'm great.
It's also my retirement, this place. So
right,
I'm
cool.
here for. Look, the place needs to be discovered, right? And if someone more dangerous than you discovers it, that's even worse. So I'm not here to stop you from discovering anything, but I think the welfare of the colony is first and foremost on my character's mind.
Okay, cool. So we're heading towards that. All right. What do you guys think? Do we see any kind of terminal in here?
Yeah, I was wondering that too, because I haven't seen a
is-
terminal in here.
There's no terminal in here, no.
You get any signal
terminal.
strength from that thing in the center?
Yeah, this column looks mighty suspicious. I'm like running my hand along the bricks of this thing.
Give me an intelligence check there, Gary. Cormac.
Intelligence technology. I've rolled a 16.
16's not bad. While you're running your hand on it, that's kind of it helps lead you towards noticing the thing. You'll notice it's a very ornate pattern, like I mentioned with the bricks. But this place, you run your hand across one spot, and you're like, these ones seem strangely arranged. They don't
Doc.
seem as smoothly inserted here.
Doc, you mind bringing that scanner over here? There's an anomaly here on this column.
All right, here it comes.
Right here, these tiles don't quite match up with the rest of them, and as you can tell, well, this thing's quite immaculately matched up.
When you scan it,
What kind of roll you
it's
need for that?
definitely not smooth. Some of the bricks just seem out of place.
So do we need, like, do you have a puzzle that you need to feed us, or do you just want us to roll for it, or how do you want to have us try to get these back in place?
You guys are. Well, I mean, if you want to, you can put them back in place. See what happens. You're not sure. The problem is you don't know where they're supposed to go.
Did they move around at all? I say from a fairly safe distance.
Does one of you try?
If Doc doesn't, I do, but Doc's scanning it right now, so I'm not going to shove you out of the way to interact, but if you don't, I will.
Just punches her. Get out of the way. Like, ow, I was standing it. What the hell?
Is the drone capable of doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
they're pretty strong if I remember from the
Let's
series.
climb it up and start
As we
rearranging.
all back off.
The drone pushes one of the bricks.
Yeah, now we all take a step back.
And it does move. Yeah, they start moving. It's pushing a few of them. You'll notice without a roll that the ones that are moving have symbols on them. They look like circles with like 4 points coming off of them in nautical directions.
Are any of these symbols something that the doc has seen before on the relics that we've already interacted with? Something that we might be able to discern?
You've seen the symbols like this in other ruins for sure. It's a pretty common symbol, and it's theorized that this symbol represents stars.
Anybody got a good knowledge of star maps off the top of your mind?
Do we have like an AI in our
Oh.
hand terminals that can think or compare them?
I mean, you definitely have programs that could you could scan and like sort of run a program to see what sky it's depicting or whatever.
Don't forget to factor in the change of time. These stars could have been different when they first designed this.
It's true.
Oh, yes, I'll include that in my chat GPT prompt.
You'll run your Chat GPT prompt. It'll
Fresh
scan,
out the box, sponsored by ChatGPT and Bad Dragon.
That's a dangerous mix. You'll scan these hieroglyphics into your device. It says no known sky in the current configuration. So clearly the stars are out of alignment with what they're supposed to be.
The stars are not right, is another way to put it.
Yeah. The fault in your stars? I don't know. Whatever floats your boat, buddy.
How
Hey,
fast?
fault in
I'd
our
like to
stars I
do-
can live with.
I'd like to make an intelligence check, not technology, just intelligence, to see what I can recall of this system's perspective of what the stars might look like. Calling back to the times that I've been out on the frigid plains at night, just laying out, watching the auroras shriek through the sky and stare at the stars. Let me see if I can recall anything.
Yeah, go for it.
I rolled a 10,
Oh.
just a 10, just a measly 10. I'm actually, I don't have a. I'm going to use fortune. Can you use fortune to re-roll, or do I use fortune just to bump the thing?
You increase the die, so you could add up to +5 with that one. and
I
actually
just
turn it
want to.
into-
I think a 12 is going to do it for me. I'd like to bump that up to a 12.
Alrighty, churn goes up.
I'm not an expert of the stars or anything, but I want to make sure that I know a little bit.
But you're
So-
a romantic, and you wonder if your love back home is looking at the same.
So you
He
definitely
loves his wrench.
don't see the planet sky reflected in what you're looking at right now, but that's probably because they're out of position. You think you might be onto something. Maybe it's supposed to reflect the sky of this planet.
Yeah, if I can figure out, let's just say I'll try to put the North Star into place. Whatever this planet's version of the North Star is, I'll try to find that one piece of
say
the
that
jigsaw
that's
puzzle to
something-
start from.
That's something that's so innate in like a person's ability to travel a planet that you're able to do that for sure. And it'll click into place. It will click, and then when it does, so they're kind of sticking out towards you like this at an angle, and you can see the star mark. When you put it in the right spot, it goes and it closes into the wall, and it looks more like the continuation of the pattern.
Hey, there we go. Now that did something. That right there, that's the true North Star of this here system. So we got to rearrange this to make it look like this planet's night sky, give or take 1,000 years.
The doc reaches up and gives you a pat on the head. Good job, Brief.
Thanks, Doc.
Kalen's going to keep his head on a swivel and just watch for anything moving that might look like it's not necessarily hostile, because if this place wanted to attack, because it would have done it on the way down the stairs, but more watching for like Martians or bits of environment that may crumble, that sort of thing.
I'm actually
Kind of
really
giving
glad
distance.
really glad you said that, because that's my next thing. Is after I did the puzzle, I was going to check back with Kalen and see what you're up to, and you've got your head on a swivel, so I'm feeling comfortable to try to do another one of the another piece of the sky.
Also
If you're
keeping an
watching
eye
on
out on our the two people helping us, because I know they might get a little titchy. They've been calm this whole way so far. Like, once we warned them, hey, stay chill, we'll be fine. But, I know you two. These two I know less. So I'm trying to be like, you two will be fine. You two I'll keep an eye on.
Maybe let's give him a
Doug.
job, like a check the perimeter kind of thing.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah, I'll direct that. I'll manage them while you guys
they'll
figure
they'll
out
go stand guard.
that puzzle box.
Doc, I know you spend most of your time inside a lab since you got to this planet, or most of your time buried in your work. You ever had a chance to sit back and look at the night sky of this planet and truly enjoy the aurora borealis that this place is, or are you tied up in work? And as I'm talking to Doc, I'll be making intelligence checks to try to sort this, and I'll see if I can get the doctor to assist.
Goodness to know, Bruce. I would never. It's too much data to correlate my own human brain, but I do have many algorithms that will run through the star pattern matching throughout the night, yes.
You'll rearrange one of the bricks, and it does not slide into place, and you'll hear a loud click noise.
I wish you spent more time staring at the stars, Doc. Go ahead and give that AI a crack and see if you can get one into position.
There's only 3 more pieces, right?
There's only a few stars. So you, with your hand terminal, you do have access to a live star chart if you that you could look at.
Would the spider drone have enough strength to move around the puzzle pieces?
It could.
I'll move the pieces.
Cormax will do it for you if you want.
Yeah, you can use your brain. I'll use my hand.
Well, I was just thinking since it's only 3 pieces, it can only be so many permutations. So I was just gonna have the spider drone crawl up and go like flip them around so they click into place.
Oh, just brute force it.
Yeah, brute force this shit, man. Like,
Yeah, you can try that.
all right, yeah, I'd like to try it. Yeah.
It'll move a brick. Let me see. There's a chance I'll get it right.
Maybe an advanced test.
The first one goes in the correct spot, surprisingly.
That,
The second one also goes in the correct spot.
All right. That means we got 1, 3, and 4 in the correct spots.
Telling you, this is just Chat GPT they got there. Pretty good.
The last one does not go in the right spot.
Oh!
It gets stuck. Click. You hear that loud click noise again. You'll hear the sound of sand.
Oh no!
Is that
I'll look around to see.
low sizzle?
Is it too late to switch number 2 and 5?
It's never too late to try, man.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
I mean, we've got 3 in place. We should be able to pick a star map from that, right?
Yeah, because now there's only one thing we can do now, which is swap those 2.
Yeah, if you just swap
right?
the 2 that are wrong, yeah, they'll be right.
Boom.
You'll hear the sand falling. It'll start to pile up by your feet. If you're near the puzzle, then it'll start to pool around your feet. But as you put the last 2 bricks in the proper spot, it'll go and they'll start folding outwards. It's kind of loud. It's kind of like bricks slapping up against other bricks. It's pretty loud.
Clack, 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 clack,
Yeah.
clack, boom, boom. Yeah.
And it fills the air with dust. It's very disruptive. But the whole thing just sort of peels around and opens up to reveal a giant hole that goes straight down. I'm not going to make you keep.
It's like one of those,
holes, but there is one more hole here.
Is it another one of
gravity
the
wells?
Yep, that's what I was going to ask.
It looks similar. Yeah, that's probably a safe bet. Whether you want to bet your life on it or not, it's up to you.
I actually will bet my life on it because we're standing in sand, and that sand is probably going to be electrified before too many turns if I'm a betting man.
The bipedal shape that was in the wall, the sand is falling away from the wall and revealing what looks to be sort of a big skeleton out of the wall. And as it becomes more and more free, it starts to sort of move a little bit. And it takes a big step.
Everybody
out
keep
of the
your
wall.
calm and walk into the hole.
How big is that skeleton?
The skeleton is like 15
person size?
15 feet
House
tall.
size? Oh, okay, so really big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
How many cheeseburgers tall is this thing?
Like 152.
Oh my god.
Damn. But that's top to bottom. That's not side to side.
Yeah, it's not side to side. Side to side, that'd be crazy.
I've met a guy with 15 cheeseburgers side to side. Okay.
Yeah, man. I see him every morning in the mirror.
Yeah, I'll trail in the back, waiting for the other two guys that came along with us to go ahead. I'll be the last one down the hole because I'm trying to make sure they don't skedaddle or stay here. We're better to stay as a group.
As you guys are getting ready, as you guys are getting ready, the skeleton is sort of standing there. The sand starts to crawl back up it and starts to fill in the gaps in its skeleton. They sort of start shaping like muscular shapes, and it starts flexing. It doesn't look fun. It looks pretty mean. It looks like it's definitely made to fight people.
If we throw some C4 or some kind of grenade into the filling in cavity of its body, or
if you want to,
I'm not even thinking about fighting this thing. I'm thinking about just going in the hole. That thing looks huge, and it took a lot of our bullets to drop the other guy.
I'm worried if we even think nasty thoughts, if we even think aggressively, this whole place will become more aggressive.
That's my
because
thought,
of the walls and because of the floor, so we can't even have a heightened adrenaline, is what my concern is.
what if we kneel to it? Like submit.
I mean, you can do that. I will stop you.
I'm gonna try it.
You kneel and submit to it.
I kind of just look at everyone else like, what the hell's going on?
I'm already in
Go
the
any hole
gravity
you
well,
want.
Corbanian.
Any hole's a goal.
Is anyone going in the hole?
Yeah, I go straight into the gravity. Because I'm standing in the sand and I've seen this sand become a trap before, so I think I'm standing in a trap.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I go straight into the gravity well.
Go straight in the gravity well. Does anyone follow him?
I'm kind of directing the other two to start following after him, and I'm kind of hanging back to wait till they go down. Also trying to make sure they don't freak out or start shooting and stuff.
No, they'll jump down. This thing, it's mostly fully formed now. All of its muscles are in place. One of its arms starts to grow a thin, bladed type thing.
All right, I'm going through the hole.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
That's fair.
I'll be falling after the doctor because no, thank you.
It was going to be a fight if you guys did the puzzle wrong, but since you figured it out, you were able to escape. So that's fun.
It's a good thing we didn't mess up that first thing, like tink, and you're fighting now.
Yeah. The fact that you were getting it right from the start was a big deal, because if you were trying to figure that out while you were fighting, yeah, it'd be really hard. And that thing was not.
Yeah, no.
That thing was not fun. I made him not fun on purpose. All right, so you guys fall down this gravity well. It seems to go for a while, like a lot longer than the other one. You're passing through all sorts. Like, you can see layers in the rock that you're falling past change. You're getting deeper and deeper.
Switching to local comms. I feel like we're about to lose the local comms spike. Switching to local comms.
You guys,
Shortwave radio.
after a good 10-minute fall, you'll land. You'll land. You're on a platform, sort of like a big rectangular platform. There's stairs that go straight ahead of you, and like a little causeway that leads out to a floor that you could tell is kind of curved. It looks like you're about to walk onto like a big sphere. Really big though. Like it has a horizon, like you guys think that you can walk on.
We're seeing.
It looks like you guys are like in the center of this planet now. The gravity here feels different. You can feel like sort of, I don't know, you have a little bit more play in your center of gravity. Like you can lean back really, really far or forward if you want to. It's just something you notice. But yeah, up ahead there's this big spherical like floor. And then you just see rows and rows of stone rectangles. All of them are covered with interesting, intricate designs. They're all different. But just row after row after row, hundreds and thousands of these things. And then off, like way off in the distance, over the horizon, you can see something sort of peeking up over the edge, that way. Some sort of massive structure.
I'll try to like do a zoom effect with my helmet HUD to try to see if I can magnify whatever that is off in the distance as best I can, because it's a rough. It's not specialized for it. But
give me a perception check.
Uh, 14.
14's good enough to see, for sure. So the most striking thing about what you're looking at is like all these stone boxes. You know, they look pretty basic. They look pretty low tech. They just look like big stone boxes with pretty intricate designs, but nothing like special about them. The structure off in the distance, this tall thing, it looks much more like not human modern, but it looks much more technologically advanced. It looks more like a tech device, which you guys haven't really seen at all in any of these builder sites that you've been to. It's all been sort of this strange dirt technology that they have. Whatever that thing is, looks like it like runs off electricity. It looks like it's like something off of a spaceship. It's very strange, but that's off in the distance.
I'd like to spend 3 of my stunt points toward a high-tech hustle where, although I'm not a scientist and I wasn't one of the main guys, I was more of a fixer for the corporation I worked for and the concern I worked for, I was exposed to builder tech a lot more than your average agent would be. So I'm imagining that there are certain manifestations of the technology and certain templates. It won't be one-to-one, but I'm imagining my character possibly being more familiar with what that is than he otherwise would have been. Like, it's just dumb luck that he's seeing something familiar.
Yeah. It looks
probably more like I overheard someone talk about it. Yeah. I didn't actually know what it was until now. I'm like, oh, hey, that's what that looks like.
You're looking at it. It doesn't look like a weapon. That place? It doesn't look
some
like
some kind of vault, some kind of library.
It looks like it's designed to hold something. Like something's inside there. It looks like maybe a vault, maybe a containment
maybe even a
pod,
prison.
Maybe a prison. Yeah.
Whatever it is, it looks like it's locked up tight.
It looks like a device designed to keep things in or out.
That looks like a builder containment unit.
It's very big. It's very big.
Containment unit's just a fancy word for vault. Doc, you want to crack that open and see what kind of treasure's inside?
Yes, I believe it's time for a heist.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to walk a bit to get there. It's like over the edge of the curvature of this floor. But you'll start walking past these rectangular boxes. Are you guys interacting with any of this stuff at all?
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
What you doing?
I was just saying I was slinging my rifle off out of my hands, and then I'm just punching down a bit in case if I fall, I can kind of use my hands to save myself.
That's fair. Ruben and Jill are at this point pretty nervous. This is not. No one's ever seen anything like this. This is pretty scary.
If you two want, you can hang back here, but You're going to want to sling your rifles for the time being unless something starts shooting at us.
No, they'll.
Or you can come with us. I can save you. I can grab you if you start slipping, but if you want to be curious, but no one will hold it against you if you hang back. This is mighty weird.
Ruben will hold the elevator. Jill wants to go with you guys. She feels safer with you guys.
I'll stay near Jill in case she loses her footing so I can grab her if she needs the help.
So imagine that you guys are survivors and that being near you might increase your odds. So
That's the damn truth.
Yeah, really.
I will, one of these rectangle boxes that has been described, I will see if it has, a latch or a hinge or if it opens. I'm not going to, try to smash the thing with the wrench quite yet. But, yeah, I'll if it's a box, I'll open it.
you'll move it around. So it seems like it's like a lid, and then, part of the lid comes down to stop you from being able to move it, but you could probably lift it. Are you going to lift it?
Yeah, I'm going to lift it.
You'll lift it. You're hit in the face with just dead air, air that no one's breathed in millennia. And inside you'll see
like a fart.
Yeah, pretty much. Inside you'll see mostly just dust. You'll see bits and pieces of metal that look like they maybe at one point were ornamentation. But you will come across a couple of bones in there. Strange looking non-human bones.
So if I'm looking at this right, guys, y'all take a look at this here with me. This looks like it could be a crypt. Maybe this was once upon a time a corpse. Maybe this is their tomb. Looks like some kind of ornamental metals in here and also some kind of bones for some creature. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Egyptian pyramids of Earth, but we may have a tomb world kind of situation.
Back on ancient Earth, they buried an Asian emperor with a terracotta army to serve him in the afterlife. Maybe the builders had such a thing of their own. This is a giant terracotta army.
Actually, that as well. But I heard some scientists back in the day talking about cryo farms. The idea of freezing people for extreme long-term colony moves and stuff like that. And if these things can build things, like that creature we saw above, what if everything here can be rebuilt? It's all just kept in skeleton mode, and then it's refurbished.
A very good point. Maybe the dirt that's moving around didn't have to be dirt at all. Maybe it's some kind of organic material, some kind of carbon remains of these creatures, some kind of leftovers that you can use to rebuild them. And that's a damn good point. So it's a crypt as well as a birthing chamber. Depends on which switch you flip.
Let's attempt to revive the Emperor and find out.
Perhaps we're surrounded by the builders. Asleep.
No one's ever found builder remains before, so that'd be a pretty big discovery.
Yeah.
The real question is, do we turn it on?
I didn't come out here to leave things off.
We came out here to discover them, but not to end the world.
It's true.
Just because we know what it does doesn't mean we have to turn it on or off. You can have a nuclear bomb without using it.
Well, if there's anything the Ring taught us, is that not everything's quite the way we think it works. Sometimes we're not messing with a nuke. We're just children playing with construction toys. It doesn't make it any less dangerous. Don't get me wrong. It'd be dangerous for a whole different reason. But
yeah, you saying that, you'll look around at just the sheer level of construction here. They haul out an entire planet and rearrange its insides to house whatever this is. Yeah, you think that maybe what you've been investigating on the surface, a lot of it is just construction equipment. really cool technology for you guys, but it was
Yeah.
maybe something more mundane for the builders.
Hey, a backhoe is amazing for a medieval peasant. That's just otherworldly.
Yeah, try to explain
open
that
another
dragon.
You open another box.
You want to
Let's
open another box?
Yeah.
You open
Yeah,
another
similar.
box.
I'll put this one back.
More of the same. You'll pop it open. It'll have remains in it.
Can I scan it?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I forgot to say that too. We want to scan the remains just so we can say we found these life forms.
You'll scan it, and it'll come up with an error message, and it'll explain that your scanner is not equipped to register this amount of like genetic information. It's too dense. You would have to. So it's definitely weird. Like that's like you've never scanned anything that said that before. So it's got like too much DNA essentially.
Let's head to the.
We want to be very careful taking samples, though. Like I remember there's that procedure where you would scratch off a tiny bit of things and put it in a vial or something. I don't think you want to do that because this place doesn't seem to react. Any of this planet doesn't react very well to being poked too aggressively.
Yeah. All this time you're getting closer and closer to that large tech pillar.
Is anyone else getting motion sick? This feels really weird.
It does.
I say I'm kind of like hunched over and being very careful and eventually stopping every so often because I'm feeling like, oh, my gravity changed.
Yeah, even though you're walking on a sloped floor, it feels like you're standing flat the whole time. It's very disorienting.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of
missed
microgravity happening here that's causing you to adapt to like this miniature planet, essentially.
I missed the sky. I missed the surface.
I'm probably suffering the least because Mars has slightly lower gravity than Earth, but I'm no belter. The weird gravity like this is not comfortable for me.
Yeah. That's probably not comfortable.
I've got my exoskeleton. You can get up on my shoulders. I can give you upsies.
No, I'm good. Thanks, though.
I need some Dramamine.
Yeah. Builder Dramamine.
I just feel weird.
Your liver.
Would you like to continue opening boxes? Do you want to continue forward? Do you want to search for something else? What's the plan here?
Onward and forward, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I want to keep scanning for any signals or anything nearby, anything interesting.
Okay.
While we're walking.
You'll keep scanning. You'll get more of the same kind of readings. You're definitely getting closer and closer to an energy source, but you kind of already knew that because of the technology in front of you. You'll get to where like the edge of the boxes like stop. They were in rows and rows and rows all over, but they stop. There's this big wide circular clearing around this device in the center, and when you get to that point, an alert will go off on your device. Specifically, I imagine that you're always kind of checking for this because of your background, but you do pick up signs of protomolecule.
That's no joke. That is really no joke.
The group. Yeah.
Everyone freeze.
Right.
Where?
Is it at the column or the big thing in the middle?
You're not exactly sure. It just says it's picking up like the pheromones in the air kind of thing.
All right, cool. I want to keep walking forward.
Doc, I always heard a whole lot of nonsense about this protomolecule, how it can destroy a whole planet and corrupt people and all sorts of wild stuff. What's it actually like? Didn't you ever worked with it? You ever read about it, studied it?
Yes. Well, a hammer that was big enough could destroy the whole Earth as well. It's simply a tool. Don't be concerned.
That's so ridiculous to say.
I just don't know anything about it. Thought you might be able to shed some light on the proto-molecule as we walk.
Just a tool of the builders. They used it to manipulate matter in any ways that they needed it, and it's flexible enough that it can fit most needs or learn to. Really, the greatest tool ever invented if we could learn to harness it in all the ways possible.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially it does to biological matter what the Earth technology does to the ground.
So you're telling me this whole place could be a containment center for proto-molecule and we're still gonna go open it up?
Don't worry, we will take all necessary precautions.
So for the record,
I'm just gonna look at Kaylin when Doc says that. Like, this is over my head. This doesn't seem right. I just gotta shoot a look. That's all. Like, okay.
Just don't touch anything that glows. Do not. If it looks weird and it's glowing at you, don't
everything starts glowing.
touch it.
Everything. No, I'm just kidding. For the record, they have. I mean, since the rings have been open, they have found protomolecule, and this does not seem like one of those containment areas. It seems different.
That worries me more.
Yeah.
That worries me even more.
It probably should, honestly. It probably should.
That's not good. That's like, normally in nuclear reactors, the enriched uranium is usually contained within a certain area. You're detecting uranium enriched, but it's not in an area that contains it.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, Kaylin's being extra. Kaylin up to this point has been like trying not to lose his footing because he doesn't want to tumble and stuff. It's like that'd be because I would more be inconvenient. It would suck. Now it's, oh dear God, I'm watching for any patch of ground that glows for fear that I'm gonna be. Because Kaylin not trying to identify that he knows this, but Kaylin in his past has seen protomolecule for himself.
Yeah,
because he remembers the incident. So he's like, I know how scary this is.
Which incident were you a part of?
The project that our good doctor got booted out.
Oh, you were part of Arrows too?
I was part of the cleanup crew to make sure certain CEOs were not caught by the UN. It's just that my side. I did my job. The other guy's the guy who got caught.
Gotcha.
But he didn't hire me, so not my problem. Yeah, deep fear because I know how horrible this can go and how quickly it can go. Even if I don't understand the science of it, because that wasn't my job.
Yeah. So yeah, now that you're in this clearing, you see this this contraption much better now. It is a large metal sort of looking housing. You can't tell what kind of metal. There's a tube inserted in the center of it. That's bigger than a person. It's probably about 10 feet tall. Not much wider than a person, though. But it's inset in this metal pillar. You can't tell what kind of metal. It looks alien. And there are several different, like, along the base, there's sort of these round things that go around that look like mechanical devices of some kind. Maybe pumps or something like that. This thing is powered on. You can tell there's definitely a glowing coming from here. There's little like rivulets of energy going from the base to the tube. It looks like this thing has like veins, kind of. And yeah, the tube seems to be filled with some kind of liquid. But there seems to be a shape inside the liquid.
It's like a humanoid shape?
Does look to be humanoid.
Free it, baby. Can we send the spider drone up to tap on it?
Yeah. Spider drone. Tink, tink, tink. It's tapping on the glass. Nothing happens when it taps on the glass. But you can get a better look through the camera since you don't want to get closer, which is understandable. it is, you can see bone and vein and musculature and skin. Like this thing, it looks like it's pretty decomposed, but it's still like gooey in there. Like it still has living tissue. And you can see through the hole in its chest that whatever serves as its circulatory pulse.
Anything we can interact with?
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely there are controls. The controls are nothing like the Earth controls. Like it's not like a rod and reel kind of thing. It's more almost more traditional, where it's like touchscreen kind of stuff and like woo, like. But you have no idea how to operate this thing. You can try though. You can definitely mess with it. What is your goal? What are you trying to do? Okay. Yeah, give me your alien technology. That 20? That's pretty good.
21.
21. Yeah, so you can figure out pretty much exactly how this thing works. This is some sort of stasis tube, meant to keep something alive, maybe, but it's definitely meant to keep something contained. You see things that are telltale of like hazmat protocols. Like this thing is not supposed to be opened, really. You don't know why they want to keep something alive and trapped like this, technological standpoint. But you can also tell that there are, when you're messing with the interface, you can tell there's some sort of reservoir beneath this tube. That the tube is feeding. Something is coming out of this tube in.
That's where all of his stasis pee and his stasis poo goes.
Could be. Could be for the pee poo.
You don't want to float around in your own goo.
That'd be a fun.
Not for thousands of
PhD,
years.
From this tube.
Yeah, then we hit it with a wrench, or you know what I mean. I'm not after not walking for like a couple hundred years in a stasis tank.
Stretch at least.
Because it's decaying, but
I think it's going to be a psionic mess, is what I think. But I think that somebody wants that in their brain. It may not be me, but I think it might be Dr. Alyssa Lovelace who wants a psionic mess from an alien in their brain. Worst case scenario, your brain is.
yeah,